US Bank does issue some of the finest credit cards around, and it's kind of funny and a little surprising that people don't know about that. So in today's conversation, I really want to talk to you about US Bank credit cards, and I want to give you a short tutorial for faster approval. And we're talking about getting approved real fast and having a high limit. So here is the overview I want you to really think about. So when we talk about US Bank credit cards, you need to understand US Bank is a rich credit card issuer, credit card provider. Okay. And they have a constellation of credit cards. And so the first thing I want you to do here is to have a clear idea of the type of US Bank credit card that you need. So you have the US Bank, you have the Cash Plus, the Altitude series, you have the Go, the Connect, the Reserve, you have the Visa Platinum, you have the Business Leverage, okay, and you have other credit cards. So I want to quickly go through them with you. So if you are after cashback rewards, if you want cashback rewards of any kind, make sure that you are already with US Bank. You have an account with them. It can be a checking account, savings account, and possibly having direct deposit come into that account. That's like the minimum. Okay, don't even talk about anything else. If you don't have a relationship with US Bank, they're not giving you a credit card. But if they ever give you a credit card because you have high credit, whatever, they'll give you a tiny ass limit. Okay, they do this all the time. So they reward relationships, which is great. I mean, if you want to make money with them, you want to park some of your cash with them too. So the US Bank Cash Plus Visa Signature Card is great for cashback. Okay. And so here you have a 0% intro APR for 15 billing cycles on purchases and balance transfers. The APR is kind of decent too. The regular APR, you are looking at 18.99% to 28.99%. Okay. So you basically earn a 5% cashback on the first $2,000 in combined spending each quarter in two categories that you choose from a list. So options have included things like department stores, fast food restaurants, fitness clubs, wireless phone providers, electronics, and more. And you also get an uncapped 2% cashback on an everyday category of your choice, such as gas stations or grocery stores, and 1% back on all other non-bonus category spending. So this is kind of cool. This is really cool. Okay. So overall, you have a card that is really great for cashback. If you're thinking about, let's say you are a foodie like me, like you just love food so much, then I have great news for you. You want to go for the US Bank Altitude Go Visa Signature Card. I mean, this card is just fantastic. It's great for folks who love food, who they have a family who love food. I mean, by the way, welcome back to the show. It's really a pleasure to have you here. And so when we talk about the US Bank Altitude Go Visa Signature Card, it is, in our view, the most cost-effective restaurant card on the market, hands down. Because here you are earning a whopping 4 points per dollar on dining purchases, including takeout and delivery. Let me repeat that, just because I want this to sink in. 4 points per dollar on dining purchases, including takeout and delivery. So if you are listening to me right now, you are on campus and whatnot, you can still qualify for this card. You can reap rewards too. Okay, you can find higher rates on dining, but not on cards with no annual fee. Okay, so this card has no annual fee. This is really great. And you have an intro APR of 0% for 12 billing cycles on purchases and balance transfers. And then after that, you have a regular APR that oscillates from 19.49% to 28.49%. Okay, and what we love about the card is that you can do a lot with the card. So basically, it's really a foodie's dream come true and possibly the most lucrative $0 annual fee dining card on the market. That's before even considering its bonus rewards on groceries, gas, and streaming, and its annual credit on popular services like Netflix, Spotify, and more. Okay, so you basically are earning a whopping 4 points per dollar spent on dining, including takeout and delivery. So 2 points per dollar spent at grocery stores, including grocery deliveries. You have gas stations, EV charging stations, and streaming services, and 1 point back on other eligible purchases. And the card also offers valuable incentives like a solid sign-up bonus, and you have a 0% intro APR offer, and a yearly $15 credit on qualifying streaming services. So again, to apply, if you want to apply properly, make sure that you have an MPR, a multi-product relationship with US Bank. You do have stable income. You have a low CUR on your existing credit cards, and you also have a low DTI, debt to income ratio. Before I talk to you about the next credit card, the US Bank credit card, I want to really remind you of today's topic. What are we talking about? I'm just going quickly about US Bank credit cards. I'm giving you all the tips. I'm giving you everything you need to have so that you choose the right card. You're able to optimize your rewards. You're able to grab quickly the card that you need. Okay. And if you love general travel, if you love traveling, if you're a travel aficionado or aficionada, you will love the US Bank Altitude Connect Visa Signature Card. Okay, it's really one of the most generous cards on the market. If you take it to the skies or the road, thanks to the quadruple points it earns on travel and purchases at gas stations and EV charging stations. It is also a solid card for everyday expenses like groceries, dining, and streaming, and it comes with ongoing credits that can offset its annual fee, $0 intro for the first year, then $95 afterwards. Okay, so the first year you're not paying anything. They're sort of like, thanking you for bringing them business, but afterwards they charge you $95. And the regular APR is kind of cool too, because you are looking at 20.49% to 28.49%. So this is really good. And but so overall, so when you think about the US Bank Altitude Connect Visa Signature Card, I want you to think about a card that is great for travelers. Okay, specifically those who really would love to reap rewards every now and then, also reap rewards in other categories, in ancillary categories. Okay. And one thing we love is that we love the fact that the card is ideal for gas guzzlers, and it's a generous bonus and ongoing credits can easily defray the cost of the annual fee. Just want to remind you that the annual fee will cost you $95 the second year and subsequent years. Okay, so you will earn 4 points back on travel at gas stations and EV charging stations, plus 5 points on prepaid hotels and car rentals booked through the Altitude Reward Center, and 2 points at grocery stores and on dining and eligible streaming services. Okay, so this is really important. Let me talk to you now about the US Bank Altitude Reserve Visa Infinite card. And so this is another Altitude card. So when we talk about US Bank, anytime you hear the word altitude in a card, you think travel automatically. Now, unlike the US Bank Altitude Connect, the Altitude Reserve Visa is actually for luxury travel. So it's basically a premium travel credit card with a passel of fancy perks and benefits and a massive annual fee of $400 to match. Okay, so you got to be in a certain category before considering this card, but we think the card is worth it if you can qualify for it, if you can afford it, because fortunately it also offers an annual $325 travel credit, one of the most generous in the industry. Okay, so that along with an eye-popping bonus can help soften the blow of the $400. Okay, so in terms of, there's no intro APR on this card, and the regular APR will fluctuate from 21.49% to 28.49%. Okay, so one thing I want to say here is that the card is kind of cool because it helps you earn rich rewards on travel and mobile wallet spending, and boasts one of the most lucrative travel credits on the market. Okay, so you'll spend 5 points per dollar. You'll earn 5 points per dollar spent on prepaid hotels and car rentals booked directly in the Altitude Reward Center, 3 points per dollar spent on eligible travel and mobile wallet spending, and 1 point per dollar spent on everything else. And so this is kind of cool. And those points are worth 1.5 cents when you redeem them, when you redeem for travel through the US Bank online portal. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So overall, you do have great services here. And I just also talked to you about the annual 325 travel credit. Okay, this is good. So how to apply even with poor credit. make sure you have a relationship with a U.S. bank. You have stable income. You have a reduced CUR, credit utilization rate, and your DTI is also low. I just want to quickly remind you of today's topic. What are we talking about here? We are having a conversation about U.S. bank credit cards, and I'm just sharing with you some of our tips when it comes to making sure that you get the card that you need, the U.S. bank card that you need. And I want to talk to you about a card that will help you if you are looking for a 0% intro period, okay, or you're looking for a card that will allow you to have to take care of balance transfers. Well, guess what? U.S. bank, they have gotten your back, okay? Because I have a card that is just fantastic, really, really fantastic. So that's the U.S. Bank Visa Platinum card, okay? And the card actually what we love about this card is that it has a very lengthy 18 billing cycles during which you have 0% intro APR. You're not paying anything. So you have a 0% intro APR for both purchases and balance transfers, okay? And for 18 months. It's just crazy, but it is really worth it. It is insane. Think about it. So you can actually transfer everything on this U.S. Bank Visa Platinum credit card and actually have an interest-free loan for 18 months, really. So the regular APR on this card is it goes from 18.99% to 28.99%. So this is still decent. Okay, we're really comfortable with that. And with an annual fee of $0, it won't cost you anything to keep the card after you've paid off the balance. So this is really good. So the thing, so if you are like most of us, you are an interest strategist. You're trying to constantly lower your cost of funding. This card has a great opportunity for you. Okay, with well over a year of interest-free breathing room, the card gives you time to pay down a big purchase or tackle a big balance. If you pay your cell phone bill every month with a card, you'll get coverage for damage or theft up to $600 with a $25 deductible for up to 2 claims for a total of $1,200 per 12-month period. So overall, this is a great card. Okay, we love the perks, we love the rewards, and it's just great. So again, you need to have a relationship with U.S. Bank, stable income, low CUR, and low DTI. Let me talk to you about a card that's great. If you are listening to me right now, you're looking for a card for small business rewards. Let's say you're a solopreneur, you're a single member LLC, you're a sole proprietorship, or you're just a regular business man or woman, and you have a business. Okay, that's just the key word here. And you are looking for a card of that nature. I would advise you to go for the U.S. Bank Business Leverage Visa Signature Card. Okay. And because the card earns double points in the 2 categories from a list of 48 where you spend the most each month. So this is kind of important because you can actually go back and see which categories you currently need if you have a sole proprietorship or you have a single member LLC. Okay. And so there's also a fantastic bonus offer for new cardholders, but there's also an annual fee. The card has an annual fee that's waived the first year. This is really good. I think they're trying to lure you in. They're trying to really attract you into the U.S. Bank, I would say, ecosystem. Okay, so the first year you pay nothing, and the second year, that's when they start charging you $95 a year, really. Okay, and there's no intro APR on this card. You have a regular APR that goes from 21%, about 21% to 25%, 26%. Okay. But the only thing is the card does not offer customized rewards, really. But what it does is that it automatically customizes those rewards each month according to your business spending, ensuring that you will earn the maximum in rewards. Okay. So we love that. We love that part here. And as a welcome offer, you earn $750 in rewards when you spend $7,500 in eligible purchases on the account owner's card within the first 4 months of opening your account. Okay, you have a 1% cash per dollar spent on all other eligible purchases. You earn 5% cash back on prepaid hotels and car rentals booked directly in the reward center. There's no annual fee the first year, but afterwards it's $95. So again, you have a constellation of things here where you are just enjoying. You're really enjoying, and the U.S. Bank has made it very easy for cardholders to actually enjoy their card. Really, so this is really fantastic. Let me actually share with you our last. No, we have one more, but the thing is, if you're looking for a card, let's say you're looking for a card for 0% period for small businesses. Let's say you have a business loan or a business, like you want to consolidate business debt through your U.S. Bank credit card. You might want to go for the U.S. Bank Business Platinum card. Okay, and it is a great card. You don't have an intro period of 18 months. This is something you had on the individual level, but for the business, you have a breathing room, monetarily speaking, of 15 months, which is still great anyway. Okay, so you have to understand, introductory 0% APR offers on small business credit cards are not too common, and lengthy ones are even less so. So the U.S. Bank Business Platinum card is really worth a look for entrepreneurs seeking to finance a large purchase or pay down high interest debt. And so it is a really solid cashback for business owners. You can earn 3% cashback on eligible purchases at gas stations, office stores, cell phone service providers, and restaurants. You earn 1% cashback on all other eligible net purchases. Plus, the card offers a competitive welcome bonus and 0% intro APR on purchases for 15 billing cycles and 0% intro APR on balance transfers for 15 billing cycles. So this is really great. And after that, the APR kind of goes from 18.49% to 27.49%. So this is really good also. Okay, we'll really love that. And one thing I want to say here is that you have to constantly make sure that the card that you need actually fits your business strategy. Okay, it's not about just getting any U.S. Bank credit card because you happen to be a customer. Yes, you are a customer. In other words, you have actually you have built a relationship with them. But make sure that you actually get the right card for yourself. It's really, really important. And one thing I also want to say here is that you need to actually understand that you cannot change things properly if you're not really sure about what really matters for you. Okay. And I also want to talk to you about another card, the U.S. Bank Business Triple Cash Rewards World Elite MasterCard. It is a fantastic card that actually allows you to actually earn cash rewards on travel and also other purchases. For example, you can earn $500 in cash back. Just spend $4,500 on the account owner's card in the first 150 days of opening your account. Okay, so this is kind of cool. And so this is really good. One thing I want to say with this card is that you have bonus cashback categories and there's no annual fee. You have an intro APR period on purchases and balance transfers. So overall, this is a great card. And you just have to make sure that it fits your I would say it fits your business, it fits your needs, it fits your industry also. Because I mean, if you need a car like this, you want to make sure you can use it and you can reap the rewards. So make sure that it fits everything, it fits your operational model. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. In today's conversation, I was just talking to you about U.S. Bank credit cards and what those cards are and how do you actually beef up your rewards when you use the card. So we spoke about the U.S. Bank. We spoke about the Cash Plus Visa Signature, the Altitude Go Visa Signature, the Altitude Connect, the Altitude Reserve, the Visa Platinum, the Business Leverage, the Business Platinum, and the Business Triple Cash Rewards World Elite MasterCard. Thank you for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.